Hi everyone, good evening. I just wanted to go over everything a little bit. I'm sure you all are feeling quite overwhelmed at this particular stage. I understand that there is a lot to do and cover in a short period of time. I do apologize for that. There's really nothing that I could do nor the British Council could do. It was strictly a scheduling issue since the coordination in Hidalgo wanted to finish the course by a particular date in order to cover everything correctly. We really didn't have any choice, which means we have to work through the holidays and we will not have the opportunity to do any catch up work. So it is super important that everybody first get started off on the correct foot, and then second, make sure you don't get behind. Okay, so let me just go over everything. I sent you guys all the information you need. I sent you the course schedule, the checklist for getting started, the checklist for unit 1.1, and basically that's what we need to get finished this week. We need to make sure we finish everything in the getting started unit and we finish everything here in the intro unit. Okay, so let's just go over how to use the checklist. Okay, so if you notice, this URL that I put right here, this URL right here coincides with this URL right here. Okay, so basically what this checklist does is help you understand everything that you need to do. Okay, so in each one of these sections coincides with each one of these blocks. Okay, each one of these blocks right here. So learning outcomes. So what is that? Learning outcomes. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to post in these forums, or at least I need to post here and then download stuff here, and if I have any problems I go here. Okay, so where are these located? Right here in the forum. Okay, in the social forum, that's here. We can talk about anything we want to talk about. I made a post there so you guys know a little bit more about me, but there we can talk about anything we want to that's non-course related. Okay, all right, so then we move down, and if you'll notice, there's like I said, each one of these blocks has something to do. Okay, so if you go down through here, and look, what am I doing? I need to I've already sent you the course calendar. There's a link to the course calendar here, but we don't do that. I just find it much easier for students to have the calendar on their computer versus having to log into the site to figure out what they need to do and when they need to do it. Okay, and then here's some documentation you need to go over. You need to understand what the symbols are. You need to understand that you can dock things, get you a little bit more operating room. For example, all of these right here, you can move them. Okay, and then you can get you a little bit more operating room here. Okay, and if you ever want to move them back, well, then you just go back here. So there you got them back there. I like having the administration and navigation block over here, but that's just the way I like to do it. So in other words, you can personalize how you like these things. So you make sure you go over all of this document, and then the next block is meeting everyone. Okay, so it says you need to review all your help and support documents about your profiles. Okay, well, you guys did a very good job on that. I got several messages last night. Social forums, we've already talked about that. This is the pleased to meet you. That's where everybody needs to go and post. Everybody's done a pretty good job on that. But this is where we get to know each other a little bit better here in the pleased to meet you. So make sure you make that post, okay? And basically that's how the whole idea. You just work yourself down, 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 down. You do these exercises. You read all these resource documents. Couple of things that I want everybody to really read, okay? And that is these netiquette documents, okay? We have a certain set of language conventions that we use online, okay? So please make sure you really study these 3 documents and use those conventions going forward, okay? For example, no caps. I don't want it, that looks like you're yelling, okay? So those types of things, all right? And just basically that's the whole idea. We just keep working our way down and working our way down. Reflective practice, you really need to understand reflective practice because that's a huge part of what we do going forward, okay? And then once you finish that, you're basically done with that unit, okay? So another thing that you can do to navigate around is use the course finder, okay? So basically this is just a drop down list with links to the next units, okay? So like I said earlier, we need to finish getting started and then we move to the intro, okay? So basically that's the same idea here, okay? Same idea here. We can move these over here just so you kind of see the same things that I'm seeing. Like I said, I always like for these to be over here, and that gives me a lot more room here, okay? So same idea with the checklist. If you go with the checklist, you'll notice that this is the unit, this is the same picture, and this URL matches this URL here, okay? And it's the same idea. So each one of these sections tells you something to do. I mean, you can actually click on these links and it'll automatically take you where you need to go, okay? So something very important here in the CiSLET one, now that, because this is really, we're starting the course proper here, okay? So you really need to understand all the glossary terminology, all the vocabulary. So make sure you review this, and then you take a look at this recommended reading, and all of these are links. So make sure you review as much of this reading as you can. There will be some sections you can just get started and go back and forth if you need to, but that's very important that you understand the terminology and that you do your research, okay, before you get going, okay? Here's a wiki. If we go back, if you remember back in the getting started unit, in this particular forum, I added several videos, okay? So this making wiki contributions, I made that video in order to help you once you get started here, okay? If you'll notice here, well, very good. Most everybody has started posting. So basically it's real simple. You just click on edit, make your contribution. Here you can drop this down here, you can color your name, okay, and then you click on save, and that's basically all there is to a wiki. So very good. And then basically the getting to know you, that's just a follow-up on this, no? So here is let me get our group. So as you can see, we had a lot of posts in the wiki, but we haven't had any interaction going on in the forum yet, okay? This is Thursday night at 9 o'clock, so hopefully we'll have some things going in this unit tonight, later on in the evening, okay? So basically that's the whole idea here. We just keep working our way through the unit. Every time you see, if you probably learned that by going in the help and support, but every time you see the little teacher here, she's giving you instructions, okay? So basically in each one of these areas you read and you follow the instructions, okay? You can save all of these PDFs if you like. This is very good stuff going forward. And And basically you just keep working your way through the unit. Okay. Learner styles, this is a very good. Here's a questionnaire, you need to make sure you finish that. So there's another forum here too. Okay. All right, so make sure you follow the instructions on that. Okay. I'll put you guys in groups. Then you're supposed to research these topics, and those topics refer back to what was in the reading. Okay. And you don't have to use just strictly this. You can you can research other documentation. There's some research documents there too to take a look at too. Okay. So basically that's it. That's how once you get through these, you need to be through with that by Sunday. Okay. So I know it's a lot to get going, but if we'll do that, we'll get started off on the right foot. Okay. Have a good evening, and I'll see you in the course.